What is up to my Arians? Aries. I think you were the last reading I did, in the month of August. I'm trying to go in the order of the zodiac this time, Aries, so you'll be the first. Sorry I'm late in September. This reading will be from September 22nd to October 22nd, and just a little rundown on the planets right now. So I know a lot of people know that Mercury is retrograde, but it's Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and Mars will be going retrograde on Halloween. Yes, I'm reading from a list of information that I gathered myself. But the thing that really affects you right now is Jupiter being retrograde, which eventually that will move into Pisces. But it could be you could be disconnected from your mindfulness, the you inside, your intuition, spirituality, and getting in that right headspace could be complicated right now. Anyways, as we continue, we are also going back to something I used to do back when we called this page Shad the Truth Tarot or channel, and that's the Celtic Cross. But of course, a little bit differently. So for, the where you are right now energy, I'm going to pull you a mystical shaman card for like the energy right now, where your head's at right now. Okay, Aries? And get where Aries is right now in their head, in their energy. So my words might change a bit as we develop this new format of reading. You can get the energy from my Aries from September 22nd to October 22nd. Many paths, many ways to do things. I'm hearing Aries, it's not just your way or the highway. I think you're realizing that, or you need to. But there's many different ways you can go about things during this time period, the end of September and throughout the majority of October. 34 breaks down to a 7. So I think you're gonna realize there's many things that you can get done in many ways once Jupiter's kind of primarily out of Aries. You might be thinking about this. It's okay to think. It's okay to want to make plans. I really wouldn't say to take too much action, especially during Mercury retrograde. As you can see with other readers, communication's hard and Twitter's full of typos right now. It's just the way it is. It's very strong. And so we're going to get into using the Fairy Wicked deck and get the rest of this Celtic Cross going. See what's all going on and what advice I can give you. So you got many paths, many possibilities. The 6 of Time. Blockages. Straight up ironic. So I feel like maybe you're lacking the passion right now to pursue things in the paths that are currently presenting themselves. Like, say someone has a list of ideas of how to do something. You're just not feeling any of those right now. Like, you could be a creator or a business or CEO and people are pitching you business ideas, or, you're an angel investor, but you're just not feeling it. You could be feeling a little bit disconnected right now, Aries. Like I said, from the you inside. Let's see what else pops out here. Could also feel like there's things that you want to do that you keep running into hiccups. I believe that'll pass. And you probably might want to revisit whatever it is that you're having so many complications with now in like January. I also got the 8 of Time, communication. So something could not be explained right, not translated right. And then you got a lot of fire here, and it's something you're passionate about. 6 of Time, 8 of Time. Oh boy, math. 14, 5. Yeah, it's a little bit complicated right now. You could be arguing with a manager, an editor, something like that. Your significant other, someone you care about, a child. But you really need to focus on your communication and be mindful, even though in this time, like I said, it could be really hard for you to be mindful. Saying less is more. Don't be afraid to reinstall boundaries and take time and space away from situations that are getting you infuriated or triggering you. Alright, let's see how we got here. How did we get here? Nobody knows. Alright. Lotita. Baron of Ishka. Yes, it's Gaelic. Water sign. Emotions. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Fairy Queen. Your past could be being brought up, literally, and it's making you very emotional. Like you're older. I feel like you're older now. These are for more of my older Aries, mothers specifically. Something traumatic and emotional for you that happened in your past is being brought up again. I feel like it's something you went over already, but it's like I'm hearing reiterating. I might be reiterating. I mean, of course, I'm bringing it up here. You would know what that is, but it seems like it's something you've vented about. It's something you've already let go. But I mean, it still tugs at some emotions. It's still a bit of a trigger. Trauma's life-changing. You know? Alright, so you got Father God. But it's alright. It's not going to knock you off of your pedestal, off your high horse. You know, it's just going to make you stronger. It's going to build you up. Whatever past is being brought up, it might trigger you, but that shit's in the past. It's dead. That person, if it was a person that's being brought up that has caused you some pain, that person is dead to you. They're like no longer really an issue. You're not around them anymore. People, places, and things. You're not around that place or those things anymore. So breathe, like, especially if you're getting triggered into like a flashback, having nightmares, flashbacks. I also advise making your own dream catcher. Can help with that. Alright. Then you got the Banshee Crone. Oh boy. Don't let this person send you into a bitter dark night of the soul. Yes, we have multiple of dark nights of the soul. Yes, we have to do a lot of chateau work, but that should always be in due time, when we're ready, when the energy's right for it. Not because we're being spiteful. Some people also could see you this way in the future. They're trying to paint you this way. You know, the Banshee Crone. She's a witch. Just talking to someone the other day, like, you need to get over the fact witchcraft and spirituality, they come together. They're not separate. You can be a horrible spiritual person, an energy vampire, just like you could be a green witch. I remember back in Tarot Land when I first started 4 years ago, no one was even talking about witches. And then, of course, I come out not fitting, changing the name and not fitting their exact description of a spiritual person based off of looks. And I'm like, it's because a lot of my work's done on the inner. And if you can listen to a lot of pretty faces up here and feel the energy out, and it's like, ooh, wow, that inner work got skipped. I'll work on this eventually. It's, not too worried about that. I'm worried about my inside and my feelings. What someone perceives you as on the outside, that has more to do with them than you, Aries. But I think some of you know that. Either that or you don't care. Alright. So let's continue on here. Really haven't had too much major arcana, just, the faith in God and Banshee Crone, or Father God, whatever you subscribe to. We already know I don't do religion here, really. Sorry about that. The sun will. Doors are opening, opportunities. Yeah, I think you just gotta, if there's something you need to address, your truth, address it. And the truth shall set you free. As it always usually does. And I think that's how you're going to handle any situation or any narrative that is being brought up from your past that's triggering you. Find the right words and the right way to communicate your truth. Even if that means opening the door in your life and exposing it a little bit. It could be for the better transparency. Alright. We got Ace of Air. Yeah, like I said, communication. Cut that shit out. Go ahead and talk. Reiterate your truth. Write a book. If you wrote a book, promote that shit. But yeah, I feel like either way, people are gonna talk, especially about the worst parts of your life. I'm not saying that you have to deal with that or it's necessarily fair. Especially when it's like a story that's already been told and it's more so people just want to believe poppycock or look at your faults, especially when you're successful. They want to intensify the attention on your lesser moments in life. Here's a wand. I got the magic stick. If I can hit once, I can hit twice. I'm hearing you've been through worse. You've been through worse. You'll get through this. It's not going to affect you too much. I really feel like you're not too worried about it, but it is bothering you and it might affect the energy in what you're putting out. And I feel like you don't want to add your energy to whatever's going on too because you don't want to amplify it. I wouldn't suggest trying to curse whoever's bringing awareness to some kind of faulty thing. Like it might go through and might come true, but I'd rather you put out energy and you just get that back instead of being reactive. Well, 6 planets are in retrograde, okay? You got a good future. Everything's gonna happen for you and you're gonna be successful. Just stay positive. The mind is a very powerful thing, and talking about past traumas can bring up fear and anxiety, and fear and anxiety is a mind killer. It'll kill your mind, and when your head goes, your heart goes with it, and vice versa. And that's what I got for you today, Aries.